Sleep paralysis has a texture to it. It's not just the inability to move, it's the awareness behind it. You're completely conscious. You can hear. You can see. But your body is sealed shut, like something pulled the plug between your mind and your muscles. I only had it once. I was a sophomore in college, the night before my last final. I'd been awake for almost 2 days straight, surviving on cheap coffee and the desperate belief that I could memorize enough biochemistry to pass. At some point the textbook just stopped making sense. I must have fallen asleep at my desk, because the next thing I remember, I was in bed. Room dark. The familiar hum of the heating vent. Then I realized I couldn't move. Not the groggy heavy-limbed feeling of waking up too fast. This was complete. I could move my eyes. That was it. I swept them across the room the way you do when you're trying to convince yourself you're alone. I wasn't alone. There was a woman standing at the foot of my bed. She wasn't moving. She was wearing something dark, holding something long in her hand. I couldn't make it out. I tried to call out. The sound stopped somewhere between my brain and my throat. She walked toward me. Slowly. Knelt down next to the bed. Pressed her fingers to my forehead, and I felt it, the warmth, the weight of her hand. She leaned in close. It was my mother's face. I tried to say her name. I couldn't. She stood up, crossed the room, and disappeared through the doorway. About 20 seconds later, my body unlocked. I sat up and ran, screaming her name down the hall. A door opened. Someone caught me in the dark. It was my dad. He didn't say anything for a moment. Then he just held on and said he missed her too. My mother had died 3 weeks before that night. I've had a lot of strange dreams in my life, but I've learned to spot the difference between a dream and what happens when you're pulled back into your room before your body is ready to follow. I was in the middle of a nightmare, running through woods, that particular dream logic where something is behind you but you can't look, when the dream dissolved. Not ended. Dissolved. Like the image just lost signal. I was back in my bed. 24 years old. And I couldn't move. The room was quiet at first. Then I started hearing something. I don't know how to describe it properly, robotic, but also biological. Rhythmic. It repeated every 3 seconds. And it was getting louder. My eyes found the closet. I never leave that door open. The crack was there, and something was in it. A face, looking through. Distorted. The smile was wrong, too wide, too still. Every time the sound pulsed, the closet seemed to inch closer, the way something moves in a dream where physics doesn't apply. Then the door slammed shut. Silence. I could move again. I screamed. I was 24, and I went down the hall and woke up my dad and asked him to come check the closet with me. He did it without making me feel stupid about it. There was nothing there. He sat on the edge of my bed and told me it was sleep paralysis, that he'd had it once, years ago. It didn't make the image go away. It still doesn't. This one started as a nightmare that I was almost in control of. I knew I was dreaming. I knew there was something in my closet, something genuinely wrong, and I kept telling myself, face it. Look at the door. That's what you're supposed to do. But every time I tried to turn my eyes toward it, my head moved away. My own dream wouldn't let me look directly at it. Then I woke up. And for one perfect second, I felt relief. It was just a dream. And then I realized, I was flat on my back. I could not move. The closet door was right there. The laughter came in waves. Not sound, exactly, more like a feeling that moved through the room in pulses. And then something came out of the closet, crossed the room, and dropped something onto my chest. It was a head. A girl I'd known in high school. Face up, looking at me. I lost whatever composure I had. I couldn't scream, only these low guttural sounds, like an animal. I was straining against my own body, trying to roll, to throw it off, to do anything. I couldn't move. It lasted 2 minutes, maybe. Then I was awake. Actually awake. For weeks afterward, every time I opened my eyes in the morning, there was a moment of genuine terror. Am I actually awake right now? I hadn't even known the term sleep paralysis at that point. I thought I was losing my mind. The laugh is what stayed with me. I can still feel the shape of it. The first 2 times, it was just paralysis. No visuals, no sounds. Just the strange suffocating stillness of being locked inside your own body. Unpleasant, but survivable. The 3rd time was different. It was early morning, maybe 5:30. Just enough light bleeding under the curtains to make the room gray rather than black. I woke up and couldn't move. Standard, by now. I fixed my eyes on the wall and waited for it to pass. Then I heard footsteps on the stairs. My brother came through the door first. Then my sister. Then my mom and dad. All 4 of them, crying. Not quietly, openly, the way people cry when something has already happened and there's no point holding it back. And they were tall. Impossibly tall, almost to the ceiling, towering over the bed, looking down at me. I couldn't ask them what was wrong. I couldn't move. Then they all turned at once and walked back downstairs. The paralysis broke. I followed them down immediately. The stairs were empty. I went room by room, they were all asleep. All of them. I didn't sleep again that night. I couldn't. 3 days later, I was crossing a road with friends when a car hit me. 3 broken bones. Fractured thigh. I spent a week in the hospital. At some point, all 4 of my family members were standing around my hospital bed, looking down at me. My mom was crying. I'm not a superstitious person. I wasn't then, and I'm not now. But I sat there in that hospital bed remembering exactly what it felt like to be unable to move, watching them stand over me, and I couldn't find a way to make the 2 images not match. It was a summer night in 2016. A group of us had been out late, drunk, not dangerously, just enough that everything had soft edges and seemed a little funnier than it was. We were walking back through the neighborhood when someone spotted something in a bush in front of a house. We crowded around to look. There was a figure in there. A person, crouched and still. Then a sound came out of the bush, something between mechanical and alive, low and rhythmic. We all screamed, then immediately started laughing at ourselves for screaming, and jogged away. We wrote it off as someone messing around. I got home, fell asleep easily. I woke up in the dark of my room and couldn't move. My eyes moved around the room on their own. Ceiling, wall, corner, and then the foot of my bed. There was something there. It was standing, but its body was the same color and texture as the darkness, so at first all I saw was the face. Floating, grotesque, wrong in every proportion. As it came closer I could see it had a body. Its mouth hung open. And it was making the sound from the bush. It got within inches of my face. Then it was gone. Not dramatically, it just stopped being there. I screamed, switched on the lamp, checked every corner of the room. Nothing. The next day I told my parents. They agreed it was sleep paralysis. My mom said she'd never heard of anyone seeing something that specific during an episode. I didn't tell her what bothered me most, that the sound was the same. Exactly the same. Whatever my brain had filed away from that bush, that noise, it had found a shape for it by morning.